Hey guys, Farmer Tyler here. I'm making a batch of milk cow feed right now, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about just what it is what cows eat. You know, what keeps cows ticking, what it takes to make a gallon of milk. So right now I'm putting some this is ground corn. We basically run the kernels of corn through a hammer mill, and that mill kind of beats it up into just little fine little pieces. So just kind of a meal, I guess you could say. So it makes the corn a lot more digestible for the cows, so they are able to digest it, versus a whole kernel of corn is a lot tougher for a cow to digest. And when it's ground up like this, they're capable of utilizing all the starch and energy that comes in corn. So we shovel this in, and so what we do is run it into a pile, runs into that auger down there, over there. And that auger, I gotta go check my weight now, so we make sure we put the same amount in. The auger runs out to the mixer, and need 100 pounds yet. So that's how we fill up the mixer. That's how we get it in there. So prior to putting that high moisture ground corn in, I put our protein in. So it consists of the white thing, those little white things in there. It's cottonseed. Another way cows are pretty resourceful, or they are able to eat the cottonseed. So the cottonseed is a byproduct of making cotton, and cows are able to digest it use it as a fiber or a protein. So our protein mix consists of the protein, cottonseed. There's a mineral pack in there. That mineral is all the mineral the cows are going to eat to be able to make that nutritious milk for you guys. So this is that hammer mill right there. It just kind of runs around through a screen, and there's little hammers that beat that corn up. So yeah, that protein comes from plants. It's a bean meal. It's where cows get most of their protein to produce milk. So that high moisture ground corn, it's called high moisture because it's a higher moisture than what most corn is stored at. We harvested it like I think it's 23% roughly. Most dry corn that's stored is right around 12 to 14% moisture. We're capable of keeping that wetter corn because it's stored in a silo. It's an airtight silo. Cows just seem to milk a little bit better when it's a splash wetter, but they like that dry corn. It's just different methods of storing it, and that's what works for us. Just starting up the loader tractor for the morning so we can get that get some feed loaded, get that feed made. We also feed a haylage and a corn silage, and I'll show you guys that up a little bit closer. Different parts of the country, there's a lot of different foods they eat. I know down in Florida they'll use oranges. I've heard of people that feed old candy or old cookies from a bakery. It's kind of a starch or a sugar for the cows to eat. A lot more times, I mean, dairy cows will eat it. A lot of times it's your beef cows, your beef animals that will eat a lot of that. but just the way that cows are able to recycle what humans are not capable of eating. You know, it's just being resourceful. A lot of farmers are very, very resourceful people, and just another way we're watching out for the environment. You know, if not, we'd be throwing all that food out. What a waste that would be. So cows are just out there watching, or out there taking care of what we can't. I guess So at the end of the batch, I'll add 300 pounds of water. So what the water does, it kind of helps all the ingredients stick together. Cows are notorious. They're very good at picking through their feed. So when you add this water, they're not as capable of picking through it. This water we use is actually water that has been used to cool down the milk while we're milking. So there's a plate cooler in the milk house, and that water comes into a tank, and then we're able to pump it out and run it through this hose up into the mixer, and that way we're able to reuse water. So I'll talk a little bit about these silages. So when I refer to a silage, it's either haylage or corn silage. A silage is fermented. So I'm standing by our haylage right here. So this is it's a hay silage. It's alfalfa that has been, we chopped it last summer. Chopped it in, it was roughly at 65% moisture. So then what we do is we put it in these bunkers, and basically we put plastic on the sides. Up on top we got plastic. That side's got some plastic. So it makes it airtight in here. And you guys, there is going to be more videos this summer of how exactly we do this, but we bring it in, it's packed down with the tractor, and it packs all that oxygen, pushes the oxygen out of here so that it's capable of fermenting then. And then it goes through a fermenting process of, it takes a few weeks to ferment, and then we get this nice, I know you guys can't smell it, but it smells really good. It's nice quality alfalfa silage. So with the alfalfa, we're able to, we take 4 cuttings. So we take the 4 cuttings, so we're able to cut, and then we merge, and we go through a big chopper, and it chops it up, you know, like I showed you before, into just this little pieces here, and cows are able to digest that. So alfalfa silage or haylage is full of lots of nutritious things for the cows. Some of them are, it's a fiber for the cows. It helps their stomach. So they've got 4 compartments in their stomach, and it helps the bugs in all their guts. That fiber scratches at their stomachs and keeps it working. It's also full of protein. There's a lot of protein in haylage that they're able to digest and break down, and kind of like I've mentioned before, that haylage, that alfalfa that's out there growing, is able to take in carbon out of the air. That's emissions. That's, you know, like the tractor here puts carbon in the air. We're burning diesel fuel in there, and in return, when that alfalfa is out there growing, it's capable of pulling that carbon out of the air and putting oxygen back in the air, and then the cows are able to digest that product, the finished product, that it's full of protein. So I gotta cut the plastic back a little. But this is our corn silage bunker. So that's what corn silage looks like. There's a kernel. I mean, corn silage comes down to, the entire plant is run through the chopper. So that's a stalk. The kernels get chopped up. There's a kernel right there. Kernels get chopped up. The stalk gets chopped up. It all runs to the chopper. Then we go through the same process where we put the plastic up on top, on the sides, and we pack it down to get all that oxygen out of there. And that, you know, that's kind of how we work it in a bunker. Corn silage is full of, it's a fiber, it's got a lot of starch in it. And again, it's just like the corn crops out there burning. Got some noisy geese flying over. The corn's out there when it's growing, it's pulling that carbon out of the air, and it's turning it into oxygen, and then cows are able to digest that. Just kind of a little thing about walking past the silos here. We still use them. Put corn silage in those, and with that silo, when you're filling it up, it's continuing to put pressure on, and it pushes the oxygen out, and that's how a silo is able to keep feed fresh, as it doesn't allow oxygen in there. So we fill one or the other every year. But I guess that's kind of the take on what cows eat, what goes through them. Like I said, it depends on where you live. There's a lot of different products that are fed to cows, whether it's gummy bears, oranges, almond hulls. It's just whatever people have available in their area to feed them, and that's what works for us. That's what feeds our cows. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, or follow me on Facebook at Farmer Tyler, and I'm on Instagram at Farmer_Tyler1. But thanks for watching.